Hi guys, and welcome to Momma Jess Knits. I'm Jess, coming to you from Virginia. Today is January 7th. It is around 10:15, almost 10:15. And I decided I better get on here and do my first podcast of 2024. So here we go. If you are new here, thank you for watching. If you like what you're watching, please like and subscribe. I can be found on Instagram, Ravelry, Facebook. I think that's all the places under Momma Jess Knits. My email is mommajessnknits@gmail.com if you need to get a hold of me. And I'll have all that listed below too in the little notes. So let's get started because I have a little bit to talk about, not a whole lot. Sorry, my nose is itchy today. Allergies, lovely. Oh, this is episode 44. Let's see, finished objects. I will have to insert a picture of one because it was a gift and it is already gone. The second one is I finished my Cozer Knitter Advent Socks. So if you watched my Vlogmas, I think I showed these finished on my Vlogmas. But I do have two. Woohoo! So I finished those. And yeah, I finished those in 2023. I was going to say I haven't finished anything in 2024 yet, I don't believe. And that is it for my FOs. So that's it for the FOs. Now, let's move on to half-finished objects. I have one of these beautiful socks done. And this is Freckled Whimsy. And this was her February yarn of the month for 2023. This is called This Is My Lucky Yarn. So I've got one of those done, and the second one is cast on, so that is one of my whips. And let's see, put that back in its bag. I've got a couple of whips or half-finished objects to show. Another one is, this is a Momma Jess Knits yarn. This is Purple Irises. I got one of those finished and the second one cast on, which I will show in a little bit. This is, oh, I guess I could show you the bags. Well, I'll show them later. I don't have a blocker to show you the smaller, I mean, I do have a blocker to show you the smaller socks. I just don't know where I put them. And they fit on there kind of awkwardly anyway. So this next one I will put on a blocker and show you because it is a bigger size because it's for me. And I have large feet. There is this one is called Dumbledore's Army by Freckled Whimsy. And this is one of her, uh-oh, that's not it. Where's the tag? Oh, here we go. Spells and Things Club, and this was May's colorway. So yeah, I've got that. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, I got a couple. We've got, get this one on a blocker. Oh, I have not woven in the ends on this yet. Nice. But the knitting's done. I just have not woven in the ends yet. I'll have to get on that. I have my Freckled Whimsy Advent sock. I have not cast on the second one of this. Yep. So that's being housed in a ginger snap fibers bag that I got last year. Had it in my little Christmas bag because, you know, Advent socks. I will eventually cast that on. I loved the colors. I loved it very much. I just have not cast on that second sock yet. Let's see, what is next? Okay, so next is, now I don't know when I finished this sock. You may have actually already seen this one on the podcast, but I have gone through my bags and excuse me, gone through my bags and gracious, pulled out whips and stuff, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But this is a Momma Jess yarn, Momma Jess knits yarn. This is, the main color is Galentine's. The purple is a bright purple. So I've got one of those finished, and that's going to take me into whips. So I will show my whips. And here is the second sock. I've got it cast on, and I'm close to the heel. I think I have like 20 more rows, and then I'll be on the heel. And that is being housed in a Momma Jess Knits bag that I made. And then I'll show some whips. So let's see here. I'll show this one. So this is being housed in a Red's Lady bag. And I'll have her Etsy shop link below. It's got dog hair all over it. And I do have the second sock cast on. I think I am just starting the leg. So not a lot of work on that. And that's the Dumbledore's Army sock. And let's see. I'm trying to put these up too as I talk about them, so I know that I've already talked about them. Oh, my nose is gonna be running. Good thing I brought a tissue. Sorry, guys. I feel very out of practice since I haven't done anything since Vlogmas. All right, let's see. We shall talk about in a Midwest Stitches bag. I have the second sock cast on, for the purple irises. I'm on the leg of the sock. And that purple iris is by Momma Jess Knits. And then I also have in here this sock, which I am just starting the heel flap. This beautiful yarn. This is a Lolodidit yarn. And I got this yarn in one of her Christmas boxes last year. It was a Nightmare Before Christmas box. And this colorway is Stitched Together with Good Intentions. By Lolodidit. And hopefully that will be a half finished object, if not a completely finished object by the next time I podcast. Put that back down in there. All right. Let's see. Another whip is being held in this cute hand-painted bag by Elizabeth of Cozy Sky Co. Let's see if I can show you there we go. She is also on Etsy. And I have just started the leg of this sock, which is in a Momma Jess Knits colorway called Night Forest. Yeah, just barely started the leg. I'm gonna explain here in a minute all these whips. All right. Let me get these sock blockers off my lap. And in this bag, which is by White Rose Fiber Company, I got this bag for Sockmas last year, I think so. I have the second sock of the Freckled Whimsy. This is my lucky yarn. I'm just starting the leg of that. And I also have, I'm gonna have to pull this out because I always get his name wrong. A Yarny Mammoth colorway. Oh, here we go. Yarny Mammoth. And the colorway is First Class. And I got this because a friend knitted up and it looks like Michigan colors. And my husband's from Michigan, and so is his family. So I am making him, oh Lord have mercy, making him some socks out of that colorway. And, okay, I have a spoiler alert, but I'm going to do that in a minute. First, I'm going to talk about why I have so many whips going. I decided that I was going to get these little photo boxes. This one's still in the wrapper. Photo boxes from Michael's, and put, I also got some little labels that I put right here. This one's not labeled yet. For each member of my family. So I have my husband, 6 kids, and my son-in-law decided that he wanted some hand knit socks. So this is his box. I just haven't labeled it yet. And throughout 2024, I'm going to knit socks for them and put them in their boxes when they're done. So then at Christmas time, I will give them however many pairs are knit up and in their boxes. My goal is to make each family member a pair of socks for their birthday, and then gift those to them for their birthday. Although the purple iris socks that I showed were supposed to be for Christmas, and then I thought, well, I'll give them to her for her birthday, which was yesterday, so that didn't happen either. But anyway, I digress. So I have 8 boxes for each family member with their names on it. And then, of course, socks that I want to make for myself. And then, yeah, so that's my only 2024 goal that I've put on myself, I guess. Well, not really the only one, but so yeah. Anyway, all right. Spoiler alert, because for 2024, I have decided that I'm going to do a monthly mystery yarn. So I am offering a monthly skein of yarn or a monthly mystery sock set. So I'm getting ready to show you January's. So if you ordered yours and you have not gotten it yet, because I know that there's still a few that are going to be delivered, or they're showing that it's going to be delivered tomorrow. So by tomorrow, everybody should have their mystery sock set. But, so mine is being housed in a Ginger Snap Fibers bag. And I'm getting ready to show it. So if you do not want to see it, please look away now. Here we go. The name of this yarn is Have Your Cake and Crochet or Knit It 2. The contrast color is bright pink. This is the mystery colorway. We'll pull the mystery skein out of here. In my little cozy, all caked up. So yeah, I'm excited about that. That I have a few extras that I will put in my shop a little bit later. I haven't decided exactly when I'm going to put those in the shop, but I can't guarantee that each month I'm going to have extras. This month I just happen to have some extras that I will put in the shop. Oh, if you turned away, you can look now. I put it back in the bag. Anyway, each month I will post a picture of what inspired me to dye the yarn for that month. February's is up in my Etsy shop right now. You can like I said, you can either get just a skein or you can get a sock set. I am gonna leave that listing up until the 14th or 15th. I can't remember which day. Next Sunday, so it'll be up for a week. And then the listings will come down on Monday, whenever I get around to taking them down. And then I will dye them up and get them out the last week of January is my goal. January's got delayed a little bit, and I didn't get it out until the beginning of January because sickness, Christmas, New Year's, all that jazz. So there's that. I've talked about that. My future whips are the socks for my box of socks for each family member. And I'm going to cast this on. Just got this in the mail the other day. It's from Freckled Whimsy. It's her Zodiac collection. And I got Capricorn because I am a Capricorn. My birthday is Thursday the 11th. Or January 11th. So I'm going to cast these on for myself. One of the things that I'm doing, and I already cast on January's, is so I said I wanted to do a birthday sock for each family member. And last year I got Lolodidit's Hippo 4 birthstones. So I got all 12. And so I'm going to knit the family members' birthday socks out of those. Except for a couple exceptions. One, we have 2 birthdays in January, 2 birthdays in October, 2 birthdays, well, 3 birthdays in December for people I'm making socks for. We have a ton of December birthdays. So a skein of that is not going to make 2 and 3. Well, might make 2 socks for the people with smaller feet, but those of us with larger feet, is not going to make 2 socks. So I'm going to make at least one person a pair of socks out of those in their birthday birthstone colorway. And then I'll have to try to figure out how I'm going to do the other person's birthday socks. So because I have one daughter whose birthday is in January, I'm doing hers in the Lolodidit, and I'm going to do mine in this. So if she releases more of her Zodiac collection, I might do a birthday in that. We'll see. All right. So that's my future whips. Let's talk end of the year stats. So my end of the year total makes, I did 23 pairs of socks, 1 blanket, 1 hat, and 2 shawls. Not bad. I have knit more socks before, but you know, whatever. I finished a blanket. So I was talking about goals and stuff, and I went through and organized a bunch of like project bags, and went through some of my bins of yarn. I'm not going to tell you how many bins I have because it's kind of embarrassing. I have joined a couple of make-alongs, year-long make-along type things. One that I'm doing with Chelsea from Legacy Fiber Arts, and that is to work our way through our whips. So this is quite embarrassing, but I decided I would get on Ravelry because I'm pretty good about making project pages on Ravelry, and see how many whips I had. So I have that here. Excuse me. As of January 1st, 2024, I had 130 whips. Yes, 130. So I went through and I started looking at some of those, and some of those I realized that were a project page I started, but never actually started the project. So that took me down to 125. I was able to knock off 5 of those. I still need to continue to look at that because I'm pretty sure there are a couple more that I can actually take off there. I just want to double check. So I got to hunt down those project bags. But I'm just going to run down like the total, like how many socks I have on needles, how many shawls I have on needles, that kind of thing. So I have 38 socks, soon to be 39. I have 7 cowls, 34 blankets, 10 sweaters or cardigans. That's another thing I need to look at because, or no, I think that one's right, but I think I have like a bunch of ones that I started for my kids like years ago that I could probably frog. I have 25 shawls, 6 hats, which I think that's another one I gotta look at, 9 scarves, 2 wraps, and 3 other. And the others are like, I know I had a skirt on the needles for one of my daughters when she was like way younger. So I need to decide if I'm gonna finish that or frog that. because if I finish it, I can give it to like a great niece or my nieces or whatever. I have some stuff that I know for sure that is on needles that are just about finished, but it's for a smaller kid size that I could just finish and give to what, like my nieces or nephews or whatever. So yeah, that is my total whip count. Another thing that I did is I went through, like I said, I went through project bags, and I found like a huge bag full. I have a huge bag full of project bags that have yarn in them that I caked up. There's no needles in there. I just caked up the yarn, put it in a project bag, intended to start it. So I set those aside, and then I took all of my project bags that have projects on, or all of my, shawls, socks, all of those project bags, and I put those aside so that I will work on those first. I tried to do it to where, like if I'm on the second sock, I kind of put those towards the top to work on. So yeah, so I can work through those bags. Am I going to finish all 125 whips this year? No, there's no way. But I'm going to work my way. Sorry, I got stuff falling on me. I'm going to work my way through those bags. That's my goal this year. Am I going to not cast on anything new? No, I will definitely be casting on new stuff. As I empty project bags, I'm going to put them in a bag that I do have some empty project bags in. I think I have 3 empty project bags in there. Another thing that I'm planning on doing is, so for my family's box of socks, I would like to have 2 pairs of socks on the go for them. So what I want to do is like take a project bag and have the like current sock that I'm working on in there, and then like their next one lined up, because I do have, like, for several of my family members, I do have 2 socks already on needles for them, or I have like a sock on the needle and then I know what the next sock is gonna be. So I want to get that situated so that, you know, when I go to my knitting groups, I have that to work on. I am planning on filming a blanket, or scrappy blanket, update, maybe later today. We'll see. Everybody's home right now, so it's kind of noisy. I'm sure you could hear some stuff in the background. But maybe later this afternoon I might be able to film that. So hoping, fingers crossed. If not, I might try to knock it out tomorrow while everybody's at school and work and all that good stuff. But we'll see. I think I've talked about everything knitting wise. I am trying to read more. I'm currently reading the second book in the, sorry, that skeiny yarn is just keeps on falling down. I'm on the second book of the Virgin Rivers series by Robin Carr, and the audio book I'm listening to, I cannot think of the actual name of. Hang on, I'm going to get on Goodreads and see. I know it's by Kerry Washington. I'm listening to the audiobook. It's read by Kerry Washington. It is Thicker Than Water, and it's her memoir. You're not, it's going to have glare. Anyway, Thicker Than Water by Kerry Washington is what I'm listening to. I'm like 30% into it. So that's what I'm reading. Watching, I've just been watching podcast. I'm re-watching Gilmore Girls for like the 8th, 9th, 10th time. I decided to rewatch that whenever I, because I got a Gilmore Girl themed advent calendar, and it came with like a challenge, so I was rewatching with that. I found a few of the trivia things, but the thing was due yesterday, so I, of course, didn't submit mine. I think that's it. I have decided that my Harry Potter club that I get every month, I'm going to put all those aside until I work my way through last year's. So I've got a few of those to do, because originally I started out, I wanted to do one of those every month, so we'll see. But I have a lot of those caked up, some of them with needles in the bag ready to go, some of them not. So that's going to kind of be a priority. I really wanted to do the Desert Vista Dye Works sock a month out of her yarn, because this is the last year she's going to be doing it. But I decided not to, since I have so many other things to do. It's still pulling at me. I really do want to, and I technically do have time to, I could skein up some of her yarn and cast on, but I don't want to put the pressure on myself to try to finish them, so I'm not, but I feel guilty about not, because I really wanted to. But hey, like Kay says, knit what brings you joy. Anyway, so the knit-alongs that I'm doing a get your whips off your needles, or, you know, finish your frog, with Chelsea from Legacy. I'm doing a use your stash with Kay of Crazy Sock Lady, and also Danielle from Midwest Stitches also has a use your stash make along going on. So currently those are the two that I'm doing. Am I not gonna buy any yarn this year? Absolutely. I will continue. I did cancel one of my clubs. I am trying to scale back some, so I am going to be canceling some of my Patreon stuff that I'm members of, my yarn clubs, although I think I've taken that one down as far as I'm going to go. There might be one other one that I'm kind of debating on whether I want to cancel or not, because I'm not, like, super thrilled with this stuff that I've gotten, but I'm not going to call anybody out. I'm not going to talk about that. So, but I definitely will continue with my Freckled Whimsy Harry Potter yarn of the month, and then I joined her Christmassy one as well. I will definitely keep my Yarnable, because, you know, she's not always open to new members, so definitely I'm keeping that. And I have January's Yarnable over there, but I didn't bring it over here to show. It is gorgeous. So maybe once I wind that up and cast it on, I'll show that. But that is another goal of mine, is I need to desperately start knitting my Yarnable stuff. And I think I have 2 or 3 pairs on, or 2 or 3 months on needles. So anyway, I'm going to get off here because now I'm just rambling. But I wanted to share my end of the year totals with you guys, my somewhat knitting goals, and all the stuff that I have on needles and stuff. So hopefully, I'm not going to commit to every 2 weeks. I would love to get on here every 2 weeks. We'll have to see how that works. But at least once a month, I will film a podcast. Like I said, I am going to do an update on the scrappy blankets either today or tomorrow, whenever my house is a little bit more quiet, because I'm sure you can hear doors opening and closing and people moving around and stuff. Anyway, I'm going to jump off here and enjoy your knitting. Do not put too much pressure on yourself because it's supposed to be fun. You're supposed to enjoy it. And I will catch you guys later. Bye, guys.